I love speedcubing, and I also love YouTube drama. And those two worlds were very far apart until Friday last week, when they collided in this Max Park Prime Instagram post. I have some feelings. It's complicated. Let's dive in. So it's fair to say I know a lot about this fella, Logan Paul. He's pretty polarizing, and I have my opinions. In short, I'm not really a big fan, and I'm okay with that. Here's probably not the place to go into why, but if you want to learn more, then go watch some videos, okay? There are so many. Here are a few I'd recommend to start with. They're also linked below, and they all have pretty spicy language, so you've been warned, alright Timmy? You've been warned. Now, the cubing community are a bit divided on this one. I accidentally got our cubers famous when I posted about it in there. People were talking about it on the Discords, they were talking about it in Cubix's friends. And look, real talk, before we get any further, we are all conditioned these days to think about everything as us versus them, right versus wrong, nuance is dead, rest in peace. But in reality, it's rarely the case that things are that clear cut, and two things can be true at once. And in this case, here's what I mean by that. Yes, this is cool, but Logan Paul is still a goober, alright? I want to be clear right now that I love this for Max. I hope he made some real good money for this post or this sponsorship or whatever this is. Like, I think the details are still a bit kind of unclear. Like, what is a prime athlete? And I do love this for speedcubing too. I think. The obvious benefit from this is that speedcubing is exposed to a wider audience, and that's great. More people buy cubes, more people learn, more people compete, the whole thing grows, the cycle continues, and we're all really happy. It happened when Red Bull were involved back in 2019, 2020. That was huge for cubing. Sales were through the roof, and that freaking Wear video
They're both messed up so bad. Oh my god!
Still gets shared to this day. It was so huge for cubing. But Red Bull is Red Bull. It doesn't have a face. Prime is Logan Paul. Saws about it, KSI. And the sticking point for me is Logan Paul the kind of role model that we want pushing cubing and driving new cubers into our sport? Given what I know about him and the things that he's been involved with and how he's handled himself up to and including this year, I'm not so sure. And is his audience even gonna be interested in speed cubing? Like, they're obviously kids, but are they kids who are gonna be even remotely interested in cubing? I'm not sure. I might be wrong. I might end up eating these words. I do that a lot. And don't be mistaken, Logan Paul is in our space right now because he wants one thing and one thing only. That's to sell you Prime, okay? That's it. That's marketing. Buy cube sauce. Whatever I think personally about Logan Paul though, I cannot deny he is a marketing powerhouse. He knows how to hack networks, grow influence, grow brands. He's incredible at marketing and getting people hyped up about whatever it is he's pushing that day. No one can touch him in that regard. So back to where I started, two things can be true at once. This is great for Max, and it's great for cubing, probably. Maybe. It depends. It's complicated. But Logan Paul is not a role model, despite being good at some stuff. Like, he's just here to sell you Prime, and it's important to keep that in mind. This next bit I think is relevant, so stay with me. I'm always complaining that I feel like speedcubing fumbled and missed a really big opportunity when we were involved with Red Bull. And I should say, I don't know if it's true that it was fumbled or who's at fault in that situation, or whether it just got pandemic smashed like everything else. Like, I don't know the details there. But the thing is, non-cuber friends of mine aren't sharing the videos of the most recent records from WCA competitions, right? They're sending me videos of that freaking juggling kid and the Wears from Red Bull. Red Bull, for its flaws, it made speedcubing super spectator friendly, and that's massive, and that's gone, and I'm sad and I'm bitter about it. So what if this involvement from another huge brand is enough to put us back into that position, maybe, you know? Wouldn't that be good? And I can hear you already. There's an obvious question bubbling under the surface for me, right? Hey Mike, if you love speedcubing so much and you hate Logan Paul so much, but you love Red Bull Rubik's World Cup so much, then what would you say if Prime offered the same kind of money that Red Bull put up to put on the Rubik's World Cup, but it was Prime and Logan Paul? What would you do then, huh? What would you do, Boomer? What would you do in that case?
Well,
if that was an option, if that unlikely sequence of events ended up in Prime doing a Rubik's World Cup, I want to be absolutely 100% clear. I would take every single cent. I'd wear a little Prime shirt, I'd pose with my little Prime bottle, because I'm a hypocrite and a sellout and I'm trash. And I love speedcubing, I love our daft little sport, and I want it to grow and I want it to be seen by people, but it needs money to do that. And so if this douche lord with his hype juice money puts that up, well, I guess I'd take it. Like, maybe I am the worst. Maybe I'm no better than Logan Paul. Like, I don't know. I told you this was complicated, didn't I? Like, obviously that would be huge if that happened. And I'm in the land of make-believe right now, but at the end of the day, one brand of lolly water is the same as another. Like, I don't care. Give me that money. Let's make cubing huge. Let's go. Right now, my position is that I'm conflicted, and that's okay. Or maybe I'm a big boomer and this is just a full-on dad take and I should just shut up and drink my Prime. And actually, while you're drinking your Prime, you can check out this video here about the GAN 14 Pro. That's good, hey. Also, buy cube sauce. Anyway, to reiterate, I love this for Max. There's not much money available in Speedcubing, right? That's just the truth, and this is great for him. I love it. I support him. And I think I love this for Speedcubing too. Like, even if I think that Prime is basically dead, like it's done. So this can only ever be short-lived. Look, fight me in the comments. Use code MikeIsASellout at speedcube.nz for free cube sauce. That's not a joke. That's not a joke. Have fun. Solve cubes.